Hello again, friends. I am Seed Hero, and today we are continuing with Triangle Strategy. Real quick before you maximize or tab away from your video, if you can just drop me a like, I would super appreciate it. It's unbelievably helpful for a new channel like mine. Previously, we met up with our bride-to-be, Frederica, and her retainer? Is that what they're called? Gila. We rescued them from some bandits down here on the water, and then Roland ran off to return home because apparently he's a wild man and the king was looking for him. But here we are today. We have this main story available to us, but we also have a side quest, a side story available to us. At Whiteholm Castle, home of Glenbrook's royal family, preparations begin for a grand ceremony to commemorate a new age of harmony between the three nations. And we are going to be going this route. I would really like to make it a focus to attempt to clear all of the side stories that are presented to us.
Wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our guests.
Wonder if this is Roland's older brother.
Prince Roland shrugged off the king's guard and went on a little excursion, as he's wont to do. I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive us mad.
He is an embarrassment to our family. No matter. I will see to matters myself.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
Ooh, who are our guests?
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Clarus.
But of course, Your Highness. The imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Esfrost. Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming of Groma Ironfist, hero of the Salt Iron War. If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious than any but the Dawnspear himself. Over there is Minister Exham Marshal of the Holy State of Hyzant.
Why do we have all these people here?
He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
So we got, we are currently in Glenbrook, the kingdom of Glenbrook. The other two nations that are a part of our little triangle is Esfrost, which the first girl was part of, and then now this is Hyzant. And I'm not entirely sure why we have people from all the different nations here.
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzant's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting too, Frani.
I know this man. Sorsley End of Hyzant, yes?
Not a hair one on his head.
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the Holy State's Minister of Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
So even the great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife. Thank you, Clarus. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the Consortium.
As the officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do for me to be ignorant of the combatants.
A tournament? Sad I'm still level 2. We're not going to be able to really participate in that.
Your Highness, Lord Thalos and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke, have arrived. They will be joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Archduke Gustadolf? Alright.
Word has it that Lord Thalos has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential individual in all of Esfrost.
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes the freedom to put his own family above all.
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might offend our new allies.
You need not remind me, Patriatte. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling with Esfrost's ruling family. Honored guests, I am Frani, Crown Prince of Glenbrook. It is an honor to welcome you to our kingdom in my father's stead. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing for tomorrow's festivities. Let us ring in this new age of alliance together. Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney to enjoy the revelry themselves. Allow me to escort you to Whiteholm Castle, where the ceremony will take place, whenever you're ready.
Now, are they the only competitors in this tournament? Are there more people coming from elsewhere? I'm confused as to what's actually going on right now.
Prince Roland, finally you return.
Without showing people my spear. Calm down.
At ease, Huet. I trust all was well in my absence.
Well enough. Another visit to the Wolffort domain, was it?
Indeed, on minor business. My apologies for leaving unannounced.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father to accompany you on any excursions outside the castle.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
But you could have joined me.
Besides,
Could have made a date of it.
no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Frani least of all.
Roland's feeling a little emo and edgy here.
Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
One and only. Alright, we could have made that a date. It's only one person I want to show my spear to now.
Huet. Forgive me, truly. It won't happen again.
I should hope not. So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow, and alongside House Wolffort, no less.
Oh, bro, you're level 2. I don't know.
How did you...
His Grace told me, when he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So Father knew all along.
And so I have decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this time.
Alright.
As you wish.
So is that what this side story is then? Is it going to be us? So that wasn't an actual combat sequence, it was just... I guess it was just learning of this tournament. Which it sounds like we're a part of, which is kind of great. Main story. Having routed the bandit Serenoa and his retinue, make their way back to Castle Wolffort.
Welcome back, the both of you.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
None to speak of, aside from Erador here. But what else is new?
And who is Erador?
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord safe?
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so?
He was a long ways away, of
Or
course
can't
he
you
had to
see
show.
that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first place?
There is no cause for concern, Erador. Besides, I'm not a child anymore.
Maybe.
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind. And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
I am Frederica. It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolffort. This is Erador, Master-at-Arms and Commander of our military forces.
You'll be the lady of House Wolffort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
It's got a man bun. It makes him extra trustworthy.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
Benedict, aren't you a right hand? Right hand's got a right hand. That's how you know you're
If
rich.
you require anything, just say the word.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same, and from this day on, they're your family as well.
I am aware that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolffort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
Yeah, you best not.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
I'm one of the
My
allies. I
lord,
had to laugh.
Your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for tomorrow's festivities with Anna and Erador.
All of what is happening tomorrow? We've got the wedding. Is the wedding happening tomorrow? We might be getting married to Frederica here. And there's also the tournament happening. I don't know if those are both tomorrow. I don't know what festivities Benedict here is even talking about. But I'm pretty sure both of those things
Lady
happen tomorrow.
Frederica, pray come with me. Father is expecting us.
Anna and Erador join our forces. We have hella companions. Anna's aptitudes. That would be Benedict's right hand. Right hand. Strikes enemies from the shadows. Oh, we got an assassin. Take 2 actions in the same turn. Can conceal herself from enemy eyes. That could be very helpful for doing dive-ins like we did against Trish in yesterday's episode. Erador's aptitudes. Shields allies with superb defensive capabilities? I didn't see that coming. He struck me as full-on aggro barbarian. Draws the enemy's attacks. Counterattacks when dealt a physical blow by an adjacent enemy. Alright. It's kind of cool, though, that we have an official tank on our team.
As you are well aware, there are 2 events of utmost importance to be conducted before Lord Serenoa and his bride are wed.
I am not well aware, but you can fill me in, sir.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
A joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
You can thank King Regna for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the 3 nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations.
Okay.
The Holy State of Hyzant will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven.
Okay.
And our own Lord Symon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate and meet with the two before the ceremony. Yes?
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolffort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day. The tourney!
So they are completely related.
Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the greatest warriors from all the realm clashing swords.
From Esfrost, the much-renowned General of Laura. And from Hysant, Minister Exham Marshal. I have heard much of his prowess as well.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear.
I don't know if we're just biased, but I feel like the best of everything is from Glenbrook.
Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hosts. They'll need it to beat House Wolffort.
On that matter, there are two things I should make clear. Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member of House Wolffort's contingent.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his own arms master?
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that, but King Regna would not allow it.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way in. Well, it's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said we're free to put together our own contingent after all.
Yeah, it's pretty cool of Roland to do that.
I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to Esfrost and Hysant.
Doubtless so. Very well. I shall inform the prince that he is welcome in our ranks.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Symon's health?
Indeed. Sadly, the lord of the house is in no condition to participate in the tourney. Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serenoa will have to fight in his Lord Father's stead.
Lord Symon. I suppose age takes its toll on even the mightiest of men. So be it then. You can leave watching over the young lord and Prince Roland to me.
Good. I remind you that while this is a joyous occasion, all of our attendees have their own reasons for coming.
What exactly do you mean by that, Benedict?
Let us not give them an opportunity to catch us unaware.
Think they're gonna try and sabotage something here? Didn't we have like a joint mining operation going on? I think that's a pretty good reason. We have... Nope. Only our main story. Lord Symon, head of House Wolffort, welcomes Frederica into his home both as his future daughter-in-law and a symbol of Glenbrook and Aesfrost's unity.
Father, I bring to you my betrothed, the Lady Frederica.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House Esfrost.
Ho ho! The pleasure is all mine.
You pervy old man.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolffort, the Saltiron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
That's what marriage is all about, Frederica. Don't you forget it.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl. You are tired from your journey, I am sure. Pray rest easy tonight.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Oh, I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
Pray forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power, Hyzant was left with little choice but to join the alliance. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine. And House Wolffort, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king. If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations,
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
No, that's literally why we're here, Symon.
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse...
We could be cast away like pawns.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
Don't be so beat up.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolffort name.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
Uh-oh. Oh. It was Frederica. She poisoned him.
Father!
Lord Symon!
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was. For this reason and more, I have made my decision. As of this day, I abdicate my position as Lord of House Wolffort. You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
Interesting. That gives that really changes how... That really changes the potential paths that this game could follow. If we are an actual lord rather than just a bystander.
But, Father, I am not ready to...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully, then take action. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did me.
You better.
Thank you, Father. I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. There are many who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own schemes. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife, but also as your own person. This is House Wolffort's entreaty, and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. 'Twas my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Dragan and Minister Lila have arrived.
Oh, we have visitors.
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord of the House.
I bet you he does not make it through this banquet.
Tomorrow's ceremony will mark the beginning of yours, my son. And after that will be your wedding. Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
Oh, we won't be resting tonight, buddy. A young hawk soars. Completed. Yeah, we saving. We are saving.
Years after the Salt Iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of precious minerals was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. From east to west, joy swept the land. United at last in common cause, the kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the holy state of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth, with each nation providing expertise and resources. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility in this long embattled realm. One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success, the first step on the road to peace.
Something tells me that this first step on a road to peace is not actually going to work out for us.
Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolffort. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolffort from his father Symon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
Chapter 2. To arms, brave warriors.
Welcome to Castle Wolffort, Minister Lila. Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it not for your nation's generous efforts, this venture would never have come to fruition.
You are too kind, Lord Symon. You too have served an invaluable role in this. Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite the surprise. None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of Esfrost. I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask, how did this arrangement come to be?
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Archduke. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not already know.
And this is your son, as I recall.
Serenoa Wolffort, at your service, Minister.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us all. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolffort in Serenoa's capable hands.
You're abdicating your position? Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. Nonetheless, I am happy for you both.
Thank you, Lila.
I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new Lord Wolffort, as will I.
Is that a threat?
Pray, go easy on the boy, my lady.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be in attendance.
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels.
Are we just discovering dynamite?
As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to learn how great discoveries are made.
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone seen him?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes? I see we share an innate curiosity for new places.
The banquet will begin soon. I shall seek him out and escort him there.
Very good.
Seems like a bad idea, but...
Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House.
Yes, sir.
Our guests are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations. Take care not to cause offense.
Maybe it would be better to let me pretend to be the Lord on a different day where I don't have to speak to everyone else that's important in the world.
Of course, Father.
Hey, surprise. Your Lord's starting tomorrow. And tonight you have to pretend to already be the Lord. Also, everyone with any influence is going to be there. Best of luck to you. Lord Dragan could be anywhere. Suppose this is as good an opportunity as any to speak with the common folk. If I recall correctly, there is some children we need to give candy to. Exploration. The flow of the game comprises multiple phases. In addition to story scenes and battles, there will also be an exploration phase. In this phase, you may move freely about areas to gather information from the people around you, obtain items, review mechanisms and terrain features that may serve you in battle, and more. To end the exploration phase and continue the story, press plus. Interesting. So this is all optional. And not voiced. So, I get to narrate for you lovely folks. Since you may have some questions regarding this joint mining venture, allow me to enlighten you. Combining the expertise and manpower of Norzelia's 3 nations, this mine will unearth the newly discovered vein of iron. I hope this will prove beneficial for all parties, providing wealth and prosperity in equal measure. It said, Lord Dragan's knowledge of ironworking is peerless. I can think of none more suited to oversee this mine's development. I have been tasked with attending you at the ceremony tomorrow, my lord. May it be a joyous occasion for all. I'm eager to hear your speech and even more eager to see your triumph at the tourney. Now, I'm not sure I'll talk to everyone, but there are some clear favorites, like this dude. Look at this dude's hair. We gotta talk to him. Never mind, it's Anna. Look at our right hand woman's hair. By your request, Benedict and I shall take part in the tourney. May we bring victory to House Wolffort. May we bring victory. What's in this house? Oh, we got sparkly. Marvels of Norzelia, Volume 8, added to notes. You will find notes as the game progresses. Those notes have no direct effect on the story, but they will help you better understand Norzelia and its history. View the notes you've collected at any time by selecting War Chronicle Notes from the main menu. Ooh, we got Volume 12, Marvels of Norzelia, as well. I will be reading those. And I'm thinking maybe if we just wait until the end of each episode after we've collected a handful, then we can just go through and read them all at once. We can talk to the cat? Oh, you're a good kitty. What's cooking? What's cooking? I can't have any. Lame. But I'm hungry. Alright, we got some people with exclamation points down here, but first we got more houses to check out. Can I eat your food? No. Who cooks food while they're out doing their damn shopping or whatever they're doing here? We got a fire going? Nobody in the house. We now have a lot of HP recovery pellets too. Hey, it's Dragon. This town is prosperous and its people have faith in their lord. An impressive achievement by my experience. You're too kind, Lord Dragon. Oh, my apologies, but you are. The apologies should be mine. I'm Serenoa Wolffort. I've come to remind you to return to the castle before the banquet begins. Certain parties were quite insistent. Of course. Appreciate the consideration. I would like to explore the town a while longer, but rest assured I shall be punctual in my arrival. Thank you, sir. I can scarce remember the last time Glenbrook was a host to such a marvelous tourney. Who among the nations will win glory? Which will be known as the fiercest in all Norzelia? I mean to be there when history is made. Alright, buddy, you don't gotta brag. I'm actually in the tournament. Maybe you could, you know, put forth some effort. Whatever, it's cool. Alright, we got exclamation points. Let's talk to these. Oh, it's a child. I knew I had to talk to you. We're playing hide and seek till Dad comes home. I need to find a place to hide and quick. Oh. This is clearly the important decision. I wonder how it's going to change the story. Take care not to hurt yourself. Your father wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. Ah, one of my favorite games. Barrels were always my favorite places to hide. It takes a clever mind to hide. Perhaps you can use that cleverness to help your father when you're older. Oh, man. Do I tell her where to hide? Yeah, go hide in the barrels, girl. Quick! Barrels! I would have never thought of that, my lord. Hee, they'll never find me now. Speak from experience, they won't. However, there may be even better hiding places to be found around town. You're right, my lord. I'll find a hiding place no one's ever thought of before. Okay, good talk. It's just like him to gallivant off without nary a word of farewell. Still, I suppose this is a chance to become acquainted with my future home. How would you describe your town, Serenoa? Oh god. I feel like Erador's words are good. To know a town, you must take time to relish your company. I haven't known Erador for long, but those words are undeniably his. Perhaps I ought to take a page out of his book, as I've done regrettably a little relishing since I arrived. You needn't push yourself, Frederica. Time is something we do not lack. Once matters have been settled, I will give you a tour of Wolffort myself. Thank you, Serenoa. I very much look forward to that. You have given me much to consider. Good talk, everybody. What a lovely town we have here. Oh, here's the house with completely unattended fireplace. It's cool. Don't worry, guys. The non-existent fire department will take care of it if anything happens. Alright, let's check this. Let's check this War Chronicle. What do we get? We got notes. Alright, so here's the plan. Here's what we're going to start doing from now on. With these notes that we find throughout the game, I'm going to be reading these at the very end of the episode. The only thing I'll be doing after this is essentially just quitting out, saying goodbye. So if you have zero interest in actually reading or hearing these notes, then by all means, please just feel free to skip on over this. But that will be our plan from today going forward. Up the Norzelia River and past a handful of craggy mountains lies the frosty capital. Despite the blizzards oft swirling about, the city itself is orderly and well maintained, and the people who dwell there spirited and undaunted. By working together, they have managed to thrive in one of the most inhospitable places in the realm. It is this fortitude that has allowed Esfrost to grow into a nation to be reckoned with. Esfrost's ironstone was carved out of a rocky mountainside, which is unusual, but fitting for a land with countless iron mines within its borders. It functions as both a castle and an iron factory. Skilled artisans in the Grand Duchy are brought to the castle, where they mass-produce ironworks and engage in technological research. Thanks to an enormous forge as large and as hot as the mouth of a volcano within the castle, they're able to create huge quantities of ironware and weapons on a daily basis for Esfrost's pride and joy, the Black Irons. On the castle's ramparts is arguably the crowning achievement of Esfrosti ironworking, a gigantic bell, larger than the largest dragon. I cannot even begin to fathom how they managed to create such a beast. Each day, the bell tolls the time for the people of the capital. It is so loud it can be heard all throughout the mountains, and has even been known to trigger avalanches in distant slopes. Holy shit! That's loud. Marvels of Norzelia, Volume 12. There is no sight in the realm as impressive as the Hyzantian capital. After braving the vast desert, the first thing a visitor to this great city sees is a wall so huge, it does not look like it could have been made by human hands. The Goddess Shield. Pass through the gate and you will emerge into a thriving metropolis of believers. Just beyond the streets lies the huge, calm waters of the Source. Unbelievable as it may seem, the city and the wall encircle the entirety of the Great Lake where all of Norzelia's salt originates. In the center of the lake towers a mountain-like statue of the goddess, an enduring symbol of the holy state's faith. Indeed, after beholding how Hyzanti could not only survive in the middle of an inhospitable desert, but thrive, even an unbeliever such as myself started to think that statue might actually be the goddess incarnate. In the palace in the city center lives the Hierophant, who they say hears the voice of the goddess of salt herself. I imagine such a voice would be just as majestic and calm as the city she watches over. So this one, in the third page, mentions an unbeliever such as myself, which I guess makes sense that somebody is writing this, but I don't know, I was kind of reading it with the thought that it was just like a note to the player, but someone's writing this, and I'm curious if we're going to meet whoever penned it at some point. Alright, as promised, that is the last thing that we are doing for this episode today. Very, very story-heavy game with a lot of information thrown at us. I'm going to take the notes that I've put down and type them out into the notes below the video. So if you have any questions or want to review something, just go ahead and check down there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this. I hope to see you again soon. Take care.